thought this video right here could use a little bit of a video introduction. So since I know there's some strange people out there that don't read descriptions for whatever reason. But yeah, this I don't film everything that I do, and I don't necessarily present everything that I film. But what I've discovered is that I've got a pretty good backlog of some. If you hear that, that's my dog. I'm out here throwing stuff for my dog here. I discovered that I have a whole backlog of a lot of stuff, kind of interesting, that basically, to use the term, ended up on the cutting room floor. And I've decided to present some of it. Because a lot of it's a little strange and a little off subject to my usual stuff. And I've interspersed it with some highlights, from some of my videos, and given cards that I thought were significant, but not all stuff, not all materials from my previous videos are represented by cards, because I can only do 50 plus videos, and I don't know if a lot of you have seen a lot of them, and some of it might be from stuff that you're just not interested in. Who are you people? Anyway, I present this reel of random clips, and hope you enjoy it. And there will be a sequel. You're going to see some gruesome stuff. You're going to see some stuff that you're going to want explanations for. You are going to hear me rant and get a pretty intimate look at my life, so to speak, thus far. But I do hope you enjoyed. And if you do enjoy, give me that thumbs up, click, give me a comment or something. Any questions would be welcome. Me doing stuff. It's definitely new to me. Well, this is kind of a trip. I'm pretty close to it. I'll take another shot. But this whole tree trunk right here, and all this is ash. This whole thing was on fire. You can see scorch marks up near the top too. I wonder what that story is. But this came from up there. I'm wondering if it was a lightning strike and just sat here and smoldered over a long period of time. That's pretty amazing. I'll take another shot of it, step back, take another shot of it for you so you can kind of see the situation better. There it is. That's a trip. You know, I'm seeing stuff like this everywhere. I mean, there's two areas by my camp with I thought there were campfire leftovers at first, and then I looked at it, that one that I showed you, and there's a pit there that must have been the remnants of a stub. You know, but obviously, look at this. Now, I've never noticed anything like this before in nature. And I'm thinking maybe it's because I just haven't been out here this time of year, you know. I mean in the summer, sunny months, and things are growing over, you know, you're just not going to see that stuff. So that's just really interesting. Yeah, I've seen a lot of it. That's probably about the fifth one that I've seen. A lot of evidence and stuff like that, lightning strikes. I'm going to go see the Bailey Cemetery. That looks like that's going to be pretty cool. Bailey family was buried in it, plus other members of the community. But as the Bailey family dwindled, the only survivor had everybody else move their dead out of the burial ground, and then she built a 12-foot high fence around it, and then eventually filled it all in. What's that about? Anyway, looking like that might be pretty cool. Here's my trail. This is it. Resurrection of the body. Okay. Oh, you actually go around the back to get in. What a trip. So yeah, you come in through the north there. So you come in through the north, and approach the graveyard from the south here. Kind of angles off to the see where the entry is to the circle path. I should look this up on Google Earth. Another observation here. If you look from the north here, if you look at there's an outer wall about 18 inches 2 feet high. Then it terraces up flat to the track. I call it the track. It goes around there, it terraces up again. And then the structure is built on top of that. But look at the pattern of the wall right here, and it's quite round. It's almost perfectly circular. If anything, a little flat on the end here. That contrasts with how it's laid out on the south side. The tree is obscuring it, but you may be able to see it is definitely more elongated on this end, and it's not because it's flaring out at the intersection, or not that much anyway. It's definitely, it's probably about on the terrace, probably about 35, 40 feet or so on this side, and on the north. Again, looking from the measuring to the terrace, terrace wall, just the terrace. Yeah, that's about 25 feet. 25 feet, so slightly elongated at that other end. Interesting. Just kind of jumped out at me just looking at this, which is basically a study in symmetry. The architect. Sure, buddy. That's pretty big. Another one right over here. So it looks like Nina's made the executive decision to take to the top of this dune. Okay. What you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Why is it that I always gotta find the freaky stuff? That tree's probably 8 inches or so in diameter, and this burl, or whatever the fuck it is a good 2.5 feet. That stuff's crazy. Okay, well, here's my bounty for wild garlic, or ramps, otherwise known as. Really kicking myself for not bringing a digging tool. I had to pull all this stuff out caveman style with a digging stick. What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter? Stop. 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 I'm gonna take a bath. You might think that might not be so special. It's been about 2 weeks since I've had a bath or bathed myself. That's about a normal schedule. These are my necessary implements for taking a bath. A lighter, a water scoop. You got a bag with soap and razors and whatnot in it, stuff like that. Here's my bathtub. Commence bathing. Plenty of heat. As always, leave no trace. Robinwood Avenue. Wow, I don't even recognize it. Charleston and John are completely devastated. There is some evidence of the Henricus collectives in the area. Stage to my left in the lot. Oh, this block. Last time I was on this block, it was full of project on my left right there. On to Hollywood Avenue. This is the street where I used to live for 9 years. Not as bad, but there's a house where I used to live. There's a lot missing. Bertha's house is gone, my place is still occupied. Seems to be all families. All families back in 96, 97, even as late as 2005, 2006. Well, I'm exploring the Salt Creek Woods today, and I just came down off this bicycle path. It's just, right behind me, maybe 25 feet or so right there. But right off the path, I found this. Now, to me, that looks like roadkill or something. That's a lot of violence to that hip joint, and partially gutted. I would think that a predator would do a better job at eating this up. It's not that, it's pretty fresh, it doesn't stink. But then again, it's been kind of cold, so yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Kill in the woods right next to the trail. Yeah, a lot of people say a lot of things about Chicago. It's often talked about the, levels of gun violence and stuff here. All this other really terrible stuff, and that stuff is real terrible. But a lot of the cities, very wealthy. A lot of young urban professionals. A lot of gentrification going on. Property values and taxes are very high. But, whatever you want, materially or entertainment-wise or dining-wise, is here, including this little marshland lagoon in Humboldt Park. So yeah, with all its convenience, and its mass transit system and stuff like that, it's kind of like a big, beautiful mess. There's a lot of there's some drawbacks living here too, in a big city or a big livable city like this. I mean, when I moved here from Detroit, I was in culture shock for about 3 years, just because you could just go for miles and miles and miles without seeing blight or the usual stuff that I was used to. All of a sudden, it was like, oh, this is the urban experience that all the urban designers are talking about, man. Anyway, like I alluded to before, it is expensive, really high sales tax, highest gas prices in the nation. Fortunately for most people who live in, the central area of the city, getting around is quite easy with the transit system. But if you're a driver here, they really extort the crap out of you. I mean, it's the most surveilled city in the U.S. Automatic camera, traffic light ticketing and stuff like that. Now there's it's a little scandalous. Mayor says that he's going to roll that crap back, but yeah, people don't like that very much here. So yeah, I can, city sticker. Okay, if you live in the city and you drive a vehicle, You have to buy a sticker every year, or you can buy it for 2 years. That's about $260. If you don't do that, if your city sticker expires, you're subject to a $200 ticket. And but if you run a red light, you get a $60 ticket. Now, if there's some screwed up priorities right there as far as public safety and traffic extortion of the populace here, and I don't know what it is. That's just really screwy. But in a lot of ways, I don't earn enough money to even enjoy a lot of the amenities here. And I'm going to be moving soon. So, and I'm not going to have all this. I'm not going to be in an urban environment. I'm not going to be able to bike to the grocery store, or I'm not going to be able to bike to beautiful places like this. Might be able to bike to other places, but not so close. I mean, it's very easy to get here. It's about a mile from where I stay, a mile and a half maybe. But yeah, I'm just trying to get it in, and getting ready to move and stuff like that. Hopefully everything goes as planned. I'm not going to really have a lot of time to get out and do the things that I really like to do, a lot of trail walking and backpacking and stuff like that. Won't be a vacation for me this year, I don't think. But anyway, just some thoughts. Oops, something jumped. Yeah, people fishing here in these places. It's pretty cool.